Hello, boys and girls. Here we are in session 3, topic 7, social science, where we live. First, you can watch the two videos, the tutorials in English and in Spanish. Then, you can watch a video opening the link in YouTube about villages, towns, and cities. And if you open the link, you will see this video that tells you things about villages, cities, and towns. After watching the video, as you see, you can open your book on page 103. Here, we are going to learn today about urban and rural areas. Okay, which is the difference between urban and rural areas? Because the life is very different when we live in a big city than if we live in a small village. So let's look the differences. When we live in an urban area, we see that these urban areas correspond to the cities and large towns. Because in these urban areas, the buildings are very close to each other. They are close together, so you cannot see open spaces in between. But comparing with the rural areas that correspond to the villages and small towns, here the buildings are apart from each other. They are not close together, they are apart, and there are a lot of open spaces in between. Okay, paying attention to the urban areas and referring to public services, in the urban areas there are a lot of public services. There is a variety of public services, so you can find you can see a lot of buses, trains, metro systems. So this helps to the people to move around the urban areas. And of course, there are a lot of inhabitants. There are a lot of people living in the urban areas, so there are a lot of variety of jobs. Many people are working in different things, in different companies, offices, international companies or national companies, and there are a lot of work, a lot of different jobs. But if we go to the rural areas, many of the public services, they are shared. They share the public services. It means that, for example, one village maybe doesn't have a hospital, and they have to go to the hospital of another village, or another school in another village or small town. So they have to share the public services. And of course, there are less people living in a rural area. So this means that there are less variety of jobs. And many of those people are working in farming because they raise animals, or fishing because they live in a coastal landscape, or mining because they get different materials from the ground. Now we are going to open the activity book and we are going to complete the exercises 3 and 4. In number 3, you have to write in the lines if the sentence refers to urban areas or rural areas. For example, cities are large and large towns are example of this. So the cities and large towns are urban areas. Villages and some small towns are located here. Where can you find villages and small towns? In urban areas or in rural areas? So according to the definition to the sentence, you write in the lines urban or rural areas. And then we are going to complete the exercise number 4. In the exercise number 4 in your book, you have to look at the photos here and identify these different places, the name of these places that you can find in a city, skyscraper, metro, park, museum, hotel, or monument. In the first one, letter A, the photo corresponds to a hotel. So look at the different photos and write under or below the photo the name of the places in the city. And here with this, as you can see, we finish the session number 3 with exercises 3 and 4 in the activity book. Okay, bye-bye.